we're back. No, not back. We're just here. We're back. We're never here at a show with no introduction. But you get to watch us prepare notes and then do some recording. So welcome, everyone. Let me move that over here. I also heard someone listening to a podcast and hearing someone talk about, I didn't see it because it was an audio podcast, but they were talking about something they do with the AI video, and it's not them, but it's them. I think it was like they were talking in real time, and then the video was just like playing as them talking, something like that, which sounded a bit dystopian.
Wait, so it's a video, an AI video of them, but them talking and the...
Yes, so it's them talking, either live or recorded. I think it was live because I think that was the fascination of it. So like, it's my voice, but the video is AI generated. I guess like I guess that's VTubing. Essentially.
That's some like warped version of VTubing.
But yeah. Some just messed up.
Yeah. Is it? I don't know how I feel about that. That's so weird. But like, is it like I've seen people do that with like recording their voice, and then they have like an AI model of themselves, and then you just play the voice, and the AI
and it does a lip sync.
But it kind of looks like them because they've just got like this model, and that's just like weird. Just record a video. I feel like that's the most like stupid use for it. Just record a video. Just put the effort in to record the video.
Yeah, and I might to go back and check it because it's someone who he does podcasts. So it's not like he's like lazy. I don't do video or anything like that. So I was wondering why he chosen to take that approach. Because I'm sure he spends hours doing actual podcasts and stuff. But...
Yeah, I feel like people just want to take the human out of content. Which is weird because like the whole thing of like YouTube getting popular and stuff is like the human side of it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we get to just like watch normal people's lives. And then it went to like polished YouTube, and even that is like, ugh, sometimes. And then now, and then going to like AI, it's just. This is why I have a headache. My head hurts from just the world. How it is.
Cool. All right. Yeah, it is taking the human, right? It's about numbers, right? Because then that's what happens. You take if it's about numbers, then you do the most efficient. But yeah, I think that's it.
Stats not being reflective of people. It is. It's just to get numbers, but then like the numbers should be a reflection of what is being done well. Like it's numbers for numbers' sake, rather than numbers as a representation of how many people you're affecting.
Yeah. I do feel that is where we are.
Which is why I'm like, numbers for social media need to like stop meaning anything.
I mean, I guess they soon will if this sort of keeps up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't have faith.
Yeah.
I'm normally super optimistic, but I don't have faith.
AI is breaking Tassie's optimism. It's relentless.
No, do you know, it's not AI. Well, I suppose it's
It's
AI is part
people.
of it. It's just capitalism. It's
Okay,
not
yeah,
people, it's capitalism.
it always comes back to capitalism. All right, welcome to the Capitalism and Down with Capitalism podcast. So we're going to record some updates. We're going to do the Studio77 report. There we go. So yeah, we do this every month, and we're going to talk about video games. We're going to at some point talk about Nintendo Switch 2. Happy Nintendo Switch 2 Day. To those that celebrate or manage to get a Nintendo Switch. I was not one of those people, so I'm going to live vicariously until I do eventually get one. And then we're going to do... Actually, we might do that. No, we'll do that. We'll talk about it a bit at the start and then for later in poll, and then we'll switch things around. But yeah, we'll do mayamada updates as well, talking about some of the stuff that we've got going on. Just hang out. Actually, let me change one thing in the settings before we get started.
Oh my god, I just searched Switch 2 on YouTube, and oh boy, there is so much content already.
It does, yeah. Is it like people, obviously people with their Switch, but I wonder how many people have been, obviously you won't know this, but how many people have been gifted Switches like this time around, or is people lining up and buying? I don't know if Nintendo do a lot of that.
There's definitely been some like press copies sent out, because I know a few articles and videos that have dropped from like press.
Right.
So I imagine some of that is creators as well. Yeah. But a lot of comparison, like comparing games playing on the Switch 1 versus the Switch 2, or Steam Deck versus the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what my favorite video I've seen so far was literally about the Joy-Cons? Let me by Tech Jamo done like a thing with the like, what's it called, the bits that attach to it for the straps. I think they're called rails. The rails that attach to the Joy-Cons.
Oh,
you can mix and match them on the Switch. And I was like, this is the Switch content I want. It was so like wholesome and like just
cool.
Like the little bits that you wouldn't think to check.
Yeah. Okay.
But I haven't forgotten everything that Nintendo has done with the Switch 2, so still consulting.
All right, we might get to that again then. Cool. All right, shall we record?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, we will do so first recording stories of the past month, or the months from yesterday, so little creative license in that. Let's go. Oh no, I'm recording. And okay, well, I suddenly thought I wasn't recording on OBS, but we're recording, we're good. Let's go in 3, 2. Hello and welcome to the Studio77 report for June 2025. Rolling through this year. It's Nigel and Tazzy here, talking about interesting video game news, as we also bring you the latest updates from the mayamada universe. Before we get to it this month, let's start with our top video game stories of the past month. And each month, we like to look back at the gaming news that has managed to catch our collective eyes and discuss them right here with you. If you're listening to this on the Story X Story podcast feed, then you can enjoy this audio version, but you can also catch the live stream, which is on Twitch and YouTube. You can become a Studio77 member as well and get access to video content when you'd like. You can also jump in our member chat in the Discord and let us know what you think there. So let's get started. Tazzy, what is your video game story of the past month?
So being in the realm of handheld news that is today, the Switch 2 day.
Yes, we are aware of the occasion. Yeah.
Mine is that Microsoft have reportedly shelved their Xbox native handheld, at least momentarily, and is going to focus on Windows 11 optimization of third-party handheld gaming. And this one was interesting to me because I firstly I'd heard murmurs of Microsoft potentially doing a handheld. And I personally thought that was silly.
Oh, interesting.
Not because obviously there's a market for it, but because I think there's enough other companies doing one.
I mean, that's never stopped. It's capitalism, right? It's never, never stopped other people getting involved.
And I'm like, I don't know what you have to offer. Like, what does Microsoft have to offer in that?
In handheld.
In making their own handheld rather than just supporting other handhelds.
Sure. So this is good news for you.
Yeah. I don't know, I think, but also because like when I was reading this, I was seeing a lot of like comments on like Windows 11 sucking. People being like, yes, please focus on making Windows 11 good.
Good. I have seen some of that as well. Because I wasn't aware that I mean, to be fair, I hadn't really thought about it, but are non-Steam Deck handhelds using Windows operating systems, or I just assumed they were Linux? Yes. Or
okay. I believe most of them are using Windows. Right. And considering that Microsoft is trying to be like, this is an Xbox to everything, I'm like, it makes way more sense to me if you make everything else good at being an Xbox than making your own handheld.
Okay.
So that this is an Xbox thing makes sense.
Makes sense, right?
Because if you're saying this is an Xbox to everything, which if anyone missed, it was like a marketing campaign they done earlier in the year.
Yeah. Which sounded silly at the time, but now I'm wondering actually if it was quite smart.
I think it made sense.
Yeah.
And it's very smart in terms of like marketing, right? And like shareholders stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's the most important thing in gaming, right? Not the players, but yeah, I just didn't care. I was not gonna buy an Xbox handheld. Like,
is there anything they could have done to make you want, or at least want to get one, if not absolutely get one there and then?
No.
Okay.
Especially as I feel like it would be locked into like an Xbox ecosystem. And that, like, when stuff like the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally or whatever, all the other handhelds that are just like miniature PCs, and can take advantage of like Steam sales and what's it called? Games that aren't licensed, where you just download the game and it's not DRM free.
Oh, right. That's okay.
Right. Which, you know, when we're going into a world of like, you don't own games, it's like, I would definitely want to minimize me being locked into anything.
Okay.
And I feel like a Microsoft handheld, Xbox handheld would be
do
like
exactly that.
It would do exactly that, yeah. Which is fine. I feel like for me, it's fine for my my main Xbox. It's just quick, easy, boot up and go. But I also have a disk drive on that. So for a handheld, that's a whole different story because there is no disk drive, there's no physical media for it, right? Um, but yeah, but
Cool.
apparently they are going to be like working on making that collaboration with handhelds. But yeah, I thought it was a really interesting story in the state of handhelds. It's so weird to be talking about handhelds to this extent.
Extend,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
when did we get here? Whoa, I remember like with the 3DS, it was like
It was just like a side thing, or not side, because obviously 3DS is highly successful, one of the
but
best.
like
But
it was
there was
just
Nintendo, and
Nintendo.
yeah, yeah,
Like PlayStation had given up, even though the PSP was like a great console, even if
yeah.
the discs. Oh, it was so bad. Like it was a good foundation for a console that could have been worked on. I think the Vita had some cool features of it as well, but it just died a death and never really got to live out. It was too soon.
Before its time.
It was before its time. It was too late for the previous handheld era and too early for this handheld era. Um,
So
yeah,
I'm interested. Oh,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. No. No, I was gonna say I don't know what I thought you'd say. I guess I feel surprised that you're happy at this, because I would have expected maybe you wanted to see more Xbox stuff, but then what you said makes sense, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking the whole thing actually makes sense if Xbox, because I feel Xbox are not doing a Sega in terms of like going under or anything, in terms of like consoles, but they just seem to care less and less about selling you a physical box to play your games on, and doing what I guess lines up more with the overall Microsoft thing of services and just putting things where you can just get them. So I guess this makes sense. So then, is that to say we'll never see a Xbox handheld? Or we never even need to see a Xbox handheld even?
oh, I think it will come.
Okay, so you still think there will be one? This isn't like
Yeah,
okay,
I just think this is a delay.
okay.
Especially because as well, for me, I'm like, how much of it is going to be like cloud-based gaming, and even with the direction of the um the Switch too. I can't believe Nintendo are doing this. With like a lot of that, it's like digital. There's not physical cartridges. They're digital. They're,
They're containers.
they can. They just don't need to. Anyway, and they don't even offer the benefit. Anyway, that's a Nintendo Switch thing. But like the way that that's going, like if Nintendo are going in that direction, then everyone else is like
Yeah, it's already there.
way
Yeah,
beyond that.
it's,
Um, and like just we're in an age of like not owning media, not having media accessible without an internet connection. And Xbox have already like committed to the like they've already been on the always on like ethos from the Xbox One, right? That was originally like an always on like
yeah, and we laughed at them. We we laughed them off stage.
Um, and so I think they've just been like silently, not silently, but less obviously sitting on that, just waiting to
Yeah,
push
yeah.
push that out. And now like it's
They were
the
like, "We'll
perfect
show
time
you."
out. Yeah, they're just like, here's what we've been working on. We told you. You laughed at us, and we're here, and everyone else is now trying to do the same thing. So I'm against it. I'm against this always on. I love cloud gaming. I think it's a great addition, but I'm against this being our only option. I need physical media. I've spent too many days without internet and then being like,
Yeah,
cool, I'll play on my Xbox. Oh, can't do that because I don't have an internet connection. It's like you haven't played this game for a while, so you need to verify that you own it. Um, and then being like, okay, cool, let me play something else. And then just going back to like, I am lucky because I've retro consoles. And going back to them and just putting them in and being able to
Just
play
playing
them,
them.
at
Yeah.
most installing them on the console from the disc. And it's like, wow, yeah, it's just so easy. And there is a thing of like instant access, right? I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I've got like 10 minutes to play a game, so I need it to start in like less than one.
Yeah.
And that's just not possible. Everything needs updating, everything
Yeah.
needs
Yeah.
installing from the internet. And if I don't have a good connection at that point, because my internet provider is really bad lately, like, or whatever, like, I'm out. Like, I've literally started carrying around my Game Boy Color. This is how
Oh
bad
man,
it's got.
it's dark times. Dark
My
times.
game, because I just want to be able to turn on and
Okay.
play.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and like I've got mobile games, and I was like really into
I
Infinity
was just gonna
Nikki, but it
say.
just
Yeah.
takes too long to load,
Right.
and it needs a stable internet connection. And if you're going through London Bridge,
Not happening.
there is London Bridge is like a no connection zone. It like just deads everything. I'm pretty sure they have blockers up.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, maybe they do actually. Yeah.
I genuinely
Maybe.
think they do. Like it
Yeah.
would make sense. It's like a whole security thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then also like the underground, even though more internet is being
Central
added,
line.
but
It's
like
good. Better reception in my in the central line than my house. It's not a joke.
but some of the lines are good and some of them aren't. So I could start
Right.
playing the game, or like sections of them are good, right?
Yeah.
Start playing the game and then suddenly it goes down. And like literally trying to play Infinity Nikki, I have to plan that about half an hour before playing to get the latest update, even if I updated the day before, and then for it to load. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's weird time. Weird time.
And then I end up just like scrolling on TikTok of all things, instead of playing games when I should be playing games. But they're just so hard to play because they take so long to
Long,
get
yeah.
to. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant.
Yeah, no, I feel that. So rant to handhelds, not owning games, and loading times, all
Yeah.
noted.
I want cartridges. Bring back cartridges. Just want the 3DS, but like bigger screen, which kind of Switch too, but no cartridges.
They got you.
Anyway, yeah, if the Switch 2 had actual cartridges, then that actually have games on.
Yeah, we'll get.
We'll
I'm
get
sure
to
we'll
that
get.
later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But yeah, what's your story?
So it's a bit of recency bias because it just happened yesterday, but also I'm aware we've got a video game roundtable, so there's lots of bad news we can dig into in that. So I thought I'd keep it relatively positive and say my story is about the station. Let's try that again. The PlayStation State of Play. Try saying that 5 times fast, which happened this month. So I guess it's not the past month because it was yesterday as we record. But it was interesting and it was more positive. And I feel so. I actually I knew it was coming, but I didn't realize it was yesterday. So I sort of caught up on it and sort of. A mix of things because I still have an overriding consideration of whether these live streams are the way to go. But I did find myself watching it and being like, "Huh, games are quite cool." I wish I could carve out more time to play more games. Just seeing it. I like how it was presented. So I should say, for anyone who doesn't know, that the PlayStation State of Play is like a digital showcase event, as I guess most of them are now, for Sony. So showcasing their upcoming games, announcements for the consoles, product releases in this case. And yeah, just about like showing that footage. And there's a few things that stood out to me where over this year, there's been what has PlayStation got basically in terms of first party. And I don't know if they answered that. I guess if you're looking for specifically first party PlayStation stuff, maybe you were disappointed. I imagine that there's always someone who's disappointed at these things. But there's a nice variety of games. So we got a bunch of things like a new Marvel game, which I'll get to, a Bond game, some things on Astrobot, which I'm very excited for. That's a fantastic game. And then, yeah, just some interesting looking things. Metal Gear Solid is in there as well. So what I thought I'd do, I'll just give a quick rundown of things that stood out to me and just be positive about it. There we go. How about that? So have you seen, there's a game called Baby Steps, which just looks like absolutely mad. It reminds me of Gang Beasts, and it's like you control a guy, and it looks like you control him, like his legs independently, and you have to navigate.
Yes, I saw. When did I see some of this? I have seen some of this.
Yeah. So it got announced a while ago, but they showed more footage of that. I don't even know if I'll like this game when it comes out, but it just looks so so wacky and funny. So maybe I will, actually.
Yeah. I feel like it's one that I'll enjoy watching other people play.
Yeah, it might be one of those. So, but yeah, that looked good. I think it's coming out this year as well. We got there was one where's my list? So there was so I'm gonna have to get the full list now. There was a game. Oh yeah, no, it was Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, that was it. Let me show this one. So there was
I always wanted to play a Ninja Gaiden game and never have.
It looked really cool, and it looked. Oh, why can't I find the trailer? Thought I had it queued up. All right, you're gonna have to go on this journey with me as I find this Ninja Gaiden trailer. Okay, while I look for that, I'll talk about another game. So Silent Hill, which I know I won't play because I haven't played the proper Silent game properly, because I'm a big scaredy cat. But it looked really good. I am. Sorry, age gating. But yeah, it looked really good. I was impressed with the atmosphere of that. There was a game called, I'm going to say Khan. I need to get the pronunciation on that, but a mountain climbing game, which because I relatively recently took up climbing and bouldering, so that was interesting to see. Astrobot are bringing new levels to the game for free. So Astrobot basically came out, got like Game of the Year, multiple Game of the Year awards, and they've just been putting free content on it, which is just fantastic to see. And then there's a few others, but the one I really want to get to is a new Marvel fighting game, a 4-on-4 tag fighting game from Arc System Works and PlayStation Studios. So they had this, it was an hour-long live stream or showcase, and they ended it with this game and then like a developer feature. So talking about the collaboration, talking about how this came together, and then designing sort of Marvel characters with the Arc System Works aesthetic. So like more Japanese, maybe anime edge. And then there's a trailer and then like gameplay of it. So Marvel are in this phase of like, obviously we know the films and everything, but releasing games. We've seen the Spider-Man games, we've got a Wolverine game that's I assume still coming at some point. We've got Marvel Rivals as well, and this a fighting game with the Marvel characters but with a anime edge. So like Iron Man looks like, I don't know, slightly Gundam-ish looking thing, and I think it looked cool, and I'd be interested to play it when it comes out. And then actually the one I forgot was a James Bond game as well. So a 007 game with early James Bond. Let me see if I can get that one up as well. So it's like the early days of James Bond. And it looked interesting. I will say, so I was slightly concerned. It looked, I got an American feel of it, which I wasn't super happy about. It does look good, yeah. But then it does. The first thing I thought of with the character design, it was Uncharted. Yeah. But I'm gonna give it a chance. It looks interesting, but it's like early days of James Bond, so it's not the James Bond we are used to now. And there's a scene in it where he's like, I think he's at a bar. It's like, you know, shaken or stirred, or shaken not stirred. Is that a line? Have I just butchered?
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken not stirred. Yeah. And then I think the bartender says like, "Have you got ID?" kind of thing. So a nice acknowledgement of the timeline there. It looked interesting, and the studio IOI who have done the Hitman games, so there's some pedigree there as well. So yeah, I think just so my story is a bunch of stories, essentially, and it left me positive. Like I said, I don't always, because it just feels like there's so many of these directs or showcases, state of plays, but sometimes when they are done well, I feel positive about games, and I just wish I had more time to play them, but then also just it's a nice showcase of games are great. You can find the experience you want. There was a good variety of games in there, and yeah, just positive story. We'll get to the more negative things in because there's some bad stuff happening, but yeah, that's my story. That's just I don't know if you were aware of it or you saw any of it, but
I have not been functional for because I missed the Unreal.
Oh, I missed that as well. Yeah,
yesterday.
We're now in the deluge of video games. See, this is my point. There's so many.
And then because Friday is the Summer Games Fest opening.
Yes. And then Xbox on Sunday.
And then there's just a ton. Like I just looked at my calendar because I'm automatically subscribed.
Me too. Yeah. It's just suddenly,
like, oh,
suddenly there's no space.
There's all this stuff in my calendar, like, yeah. So
yeah, but yeah, so prepare for that. But yeah, so my story is essentially a bunch of games announced. There was also Ghost of Yotei, which is the big first party thing coming out this year. But it was more of this thing's coming. We're gonna have a deep dive later, so I'm expecting that I think next month. But yeah, just cool games coming out. Can't be mad at that.
Yeah. Definitely need to play more games.
Yeah, I'm
have some time for games.
After it finishes, I was like, all right, this month in June, I'm gonna spot a day, and then I'm just gonna play games that day. That is my, and I'm saying it's recorded, so you can check with me on that. Yeah. Like, because games are cool.
Games are cool. I would have played games yesterday if I wasn't incapacitated by a headache. It was actually on my agenda, and
it just didn't.
I couldn't.
Tassie's been let down by our health service in this country.
And my own body, to be fair.
I guess that first, but then so yeah, play more games, I think is the lesson there. And neither of us have a Nintendo Switch 2. We'll talk a bit more about that in a bit. I mean, that is the story, but we'll talk a bit more about that. The other thing I noticed with this is, because even though it's neither of our stories, it is a story that GTA 6 is perhaps predictably delayed, or for me delayed. So I noticed, like, basically I feel everyone's gonna like, oh, we can get our game out now before, was it May? Before May. So there was either
gonna be like, get it out now.
Get it out, yeah. So I saw like coming either this year, if not a specific date, or like early 2026, or 2026, which I assume is then later in 2026 after GTA. So that was one thing I noticed. And then last thing on this from me that I noticed is demos. A lot of games, like demos available now, or demos coming. So the climbing game I mentioned, there's a demo of it now with a few other games. So I feel like there's a whole discussion around pricing and games, which is not great. But then maybe that gives room for more demos and more free chances to play games. So
I'm big on the demos because I've noticed a lot of Steam releases have been having demos, and I'm like, this is great. We need more demos, especially for games that are very pricey. But even just any game, there's so many games nowadays that we kind of need to know what we're playing.
Need to be sure.
And on top of not having events to play them at and try them out, we need demos.
Yeah.
We need demos. I'm down for the demos. I've got a
Cool.
list of demos I want to try and
Yeah.
didn't get around to.
Yeah, I've got now a growing list of things that I want to try. So, yeah, so it left me quite positive watching that late
Yay.
last night. So that's my story. And tune in for our roundtable where we'll talk about the mess that is the games industry, as well as Nintendo Switch 2 as well. So those were our video game stories of the past month. Let us know your thoughts. If you're live in the chat in our Discord as well, you can share stories that you think we should be talking about next time. For now, let's get into the latest mayamada news. And that's where we're going to stop that recording and then do the other bit. Let me just update. Yeah, no, definitely needs to make some time. Oh, where did I go? There we go.
I am.
Yeah, but then there's always like, yeah, it's weird. Sometimes I don't know what people want. It's like you just see comments and they're just like, "Oh, this is terrible," and da 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 da. It's like, what do you want? What do people want?
No, I don't think people know what they want.
What? Yeah.
I was excited for the. I was excited GTA 6 is delayed.
Oh, you're actually excited, not just I acknowledged it. Like, yes. Wait, why were you excited?
Just because I feel like this means that it's really getting polished.
Okay. Did you see the trailer?
Not... No, I didn't. I didn't even see the trailer.
Did. So I know, because I know you do the thing you don't look, and I try to, but sometimes I thought I did watch it, and this might be the best looking game.
Okay.
So far, like genuinely.
I do want to do a reaction video to it. That and Shrek, the Shrek trailer.
Oh. Wait, the Shrek film trailer, right? Not
yeah.
There's not a game. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Two things that, but yeah, because yeah, I feel like I kind of just thought it was going to be delayed. Anyway,
I assumed, there's just there's no way. You can't have the normal games being delayed and like arguably maybe the biggest game, both like technically and just just release wise, not be at least
not be
once delayed.
Yeah, I was like, and anyone that's moaning about it delayed, like, you don't deserve to play games. I'm sorry. You deserve to sit in a corner staring at the wall.
While everyone else plays GTA.
And talks to you about it, and you can't see it. No, it's not a live action remake. It's it's
just the next one, right? Yeah.
One, but apparently the animation has changed dramatically.
Oh yeah, Brooke was saying.
So yeah, I wanna do a reaction as someone that genuinely loves Shrek. At least the first two. Okay. Thank goodness. Yeah, no, it's not live action. Though now I kind of want to see a live action Shrek.
No, you don't.
I do. I feel like it'll be so bad that'll be good.
I've just checked out of I don't know what Disney are doing. Just checked out of live action.
Oh my god! I was really excited to see Lilo and Stitch, but then I'm hearing about how much they changed in it.
Okay. So the actual story.
Yeah. There's and I'm like, oh, now I'm not excited to see it. I was going to go see it in the cinema, and now we'll just wait.
That's a shame.
It just sounds like propaganda. After seeing the reviews of Lilo and Stitch, I'm done with live actions. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch is one of the best Disney movies in terms of story, and it was so well done. It was so respectful.
Why are they doing this? Who is this
what
for?
They've done before, and then it's like it's like the woke police have gone so far that they're changing existing storylines. like
They're
it's.
altering the timeline.
I just yeah, because like
Okay. Now I'm
for
intrigued to what they've
me,
changed in this.
the live actions that have changed things that were good was Aladdin. I feel like the
Okay, I actually
Aladdin
didn't watch that.
changes were good because it went from a lot of the stuff that was problematic or disrespectful got changed in the live action. Um, and
Okay.
Jasmine like became more of a human being. Like they gave her more of a
Yeah,
more
character and
personhood,
person.
more
Yeah.
courage. Um,
Because yeah, she
and
was a
so
bit of a
that's
possession in the cartoon.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's good changes. But Lilo and Stitch, they've done the exact opposite. The original content was so
Which is
good.
fine. Good. Yeah. Okay.
And then they've just kind of like added problematic to it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like they changed the whole ending.
Huh.
Lilo doesn't stay with
But
oh
that's like the
what's the sister
meaning.
name? Yeah, it's the whole purpose. It's like Ohana, no one gets a like yeah, yeah. And
I
there's like
just yeah.
yeah, there's some like American military propaganda in it, like
Oh, in that
that I've
sense.
heard
Oh,
of.
okay.
And I'm like, yeah,
Okay. The only
no.
American propaganda that I will military propaganda I'll accept is Top Gun 2. Sign me up. Anything else, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and they got rid of like the villain, what's his face, and then it just made no sense. And then Peakley doesn't drag, doesn't drag.
I can't have that in America. No, not anymore.
They got rid of what's his name, the big shark guy,
Uh,
the big shark alien.
I have no idea what the name
And I
was.
was really
I know you. Yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to seeing him in live action. He's got such the perfect head for live action.
I'm now slightly. I'm not going to see it, but I'm slightly more intrigued by it. Just to almost like a train crash thing. Just
Yeah.
have to watch. But I'm disappointed. Just generally, just live action stuff. Why
Nice.
do they do it?
There's probably about I could count the good live actions on one hand. Dalmatians is probably 101 Dalmatians and 102 Dalmatians is probably two of them.
So that and Aladdin.
Oh, add in Cinderella.
Oh, okay.
Cinderella was a good live action.
Okay. Okay. All right. Point out the good ones because after Lion King, I just
Yeah,
swore off
the
all of
good
them.
ones are the ones. Most of the good ones are the ones that they've done before the current live
Okay. Okay.
action.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I'm talking specifically about this current crop of just like weird. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
oh no,
Noted.
and that's like two fingers. Like,
Yeah.
Aladdin, Cinderella.
Okay. Yeah,
Apparently,
because
Snow White's good.
the latest one.
Depends on who you ask.
You
Yeah.
ask, yeah. It always depends. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good one. I just know that's been so engulfed in whatever cultural war thing is going on that I have no idea if it's actually good or not.
Yeah. They just need to stop. They just need to stop. Stop with the live actions. Do something else.
Get people drawing.
I'm not going to count Cinderella that started as live action.
Ah.
No, but in terms of Disney's,
Yeah. Where they got it from.
because all of them,
Started.
they're not news. They're not
Yeah.
Disney stories.
Yeah.
Disney didn't invent them.
Yeah. But I guess specifically, Cinderella, if it started as live action versus like, I don't know, a book or whatever other thing they took.
Did Cinderella start as live action?
No, I'm talking Cinderella.
No, generally, it's a very old
Yeah.
story. Cinderella wasn't. It was originally a tale told.
So, but oh, should we record? Let's record this. Never seen all of okay. Oh, it's magical, whimsical.
Yeah.
Cool.
The only live action Disney, which is technically not really Disney, I will accept is Once Upon a Time,
Okay.
which is where
Fair.
all of them come into one,
One,
and it's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
best live action adaptation of any of them.
Fair enough. Have they done Jungle Book live action?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, don't have, yeah. No, I just saw them all off.
I haven't even watched Dumbo. I didn't watch the Dumbo live action.
Mm.
They've literally done all like. To be fair, they're gonna run out soon, right? Right.
You'd hope so. They've done.
This is when they start like on Pixar.
Oh.
The only way I want to see a Toy Story live action is if it's stop motion. Like if the toys are stop
Ooh.
motion. That
That'll
I'd
be
be down
interesting.
to.
Yeah, but that's interesting. That's not just.
Yeah. But they're never going to do that. It's way too much effort and money
Yeah.
to commit to.
Mm.
But that would be actually a genuinely amazing.
Yeah, I like that idea. Actually, yeah. I like that. I'm just giving
Like the
Disney
people
ideas.
are normal, and then the what's it called? Toys are like
Toys.
they're not toys though, are they? I don't see them as toys.
Toys, yeah. True. Wait, let me just change this.
The closest I've come to seeing once is Descendants. I do actually want to watch Descendants. It looks good. Oh my god. Yeah, I definitely need to book a doctor's appointment and just push them to do some tests.
Yeah, say what you need to say. Whatever the magic word is. I don't know. I'm an MP. I don't know.
I think that a magical word is that I can't do work.
Yeah. I'm about to claim benefits. No, just parachute you in.
Because it is actually at that point where
I'm claiming disability benefits. It's messed up that that's actually true. Cool. All right, I just made a quick change, but all good. Yeah, we can record this second part when you're ready.
Toy Story would have to be like toy soldiers, stop action, animatronic, and CGI. I mean, I'd be down for that as well.
Yeah, that sounds genuinely interesting.
As long as it's heavy on the physical, like the practical effects, and light on the CGI.
CGI, yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Lego movie did well with that. And then, what was the other one we did? Kobo and the Two Strings. Yeah. That was really good. Yeah, Coraline. That was another one, yeah. I mean, but yeah, it is a lot of effort. I feel Disney are more in the churn them out phase. Oh, to be fair, they did say, because they did acknowledge that they'd done too much of that, and then they're going to reel it in, to be fair. Yeah.
And especially because Toy Story is Pixar, it's like you can't. If you were to do Pixar stuff, you need to honor the Pixar. Honor the quality of Pixar.
I feel they wouldn't allow that anyway.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Cool. All right.
I also am struggling to read right now, so
okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. We'll do our best. All right, we're going to do some mayamada updates. And I guess end with talking about Switch 2. So, let me actually record. There we go. All right, we will go in 3, 2. Hello and welcome to the Studio77 report for June 2025. We are here giving you the latest updates from the mayamada universe, and I am the mayamada co-founder Nigel.
I am Tazzy, content creator and mayamada creative director.
And mayamada is a storytelling brand based here in the UK. We create manga-style comics. We do online and in-person events. We deliver creative workshops with young people and the young at heart, wherever they may be, and we run the video game diversity campaign, Do I Look Like a Gamer? And sometimes we play games as well when the technology allows. So we've got a digital platform and membership called Studio77, where we host a variety of shows, talking to creative professionals across comics, video games, animation, and then each month we get together with our members to play a different game, or sometimes we come back to a game we enjoyed. You can become a member now to support the work that we do and get involved in the monthly activities and exclusive access to artwork and live stream interviews after they disappear from Twitch VOD. So we were just talking about how excited we are that things aren't being released. If you want to hear that conversation, as well as my joy over things that are being released in the world of PlayStation, become a Studio77 member or catch our recordings live each month on Twitch and YouTube as well. So let's get started as we do with our industry pro tip. So each month I like to highlight I was resizing Windows. I don't know why I decided to do it just then, and it messed up everything. Let's continue. Each month, we like to highlight advice that has been given to us from a creative professional on one of our shows on the Studio77 platform. So the advice this month comes from the Story X Story podcast, and specifically C. Bedford, creative director at Alamode Games. So we spoke to the duo, the husband and wife duo, on episode 215 for a really in-depth look at the human process of bringing your first game to market. It's really interesting, and if you're interested in making games, go check that out, especially if you're doing it with a significant other, a close friend. Good information there. But there was a point in the conversation where C was talking about, I think I'd asked about how they learned to make games. Was it like a formal thing, informal thing? And C said, it's unfortunate when you know the kind of thing you want to do isn't readily available at whatever school you're going to, but it doesn't mean you can't try and pursue it in your own time as a hobby and take time to learn, and perhaps it can grow to more. So I thought that was really good advice and something to be aware of, because what they were talking about is, I think neither of them had done formal studies for game design or what they were doing in that moment, and had both learned outside of like formal education to make games. And they talked about attending game jams, things like that, trying things, making things. And I just felt that's a good reminder of, you don't just have to learn at school. Although stay in school, but you don't just have to learn at school. Tazzy, what do you think about that advice?
I think that's great advice, especially as someone that didn't get to do the subjects they wanted to do in school. It's like you do have to just go like out of your, like, you don't have to just do what is given to you, like what is put in front of you. You can look elsewhere, and especially in today's like world, there is so many platforms and available to learn, especially for making games. Like a lot of the engines have their own tutorials and spaces to learn. So yeah, just go out and use them, right, if that's something you want to do.
For sure. And actually go out, because that's the thing that they mentioned. They went to game jams. They did things. They actively pursued learning. So yeah, really good advice. And yeah, after you finish watching this video, click on something educational and learn. There you go. So yeah, if that resonated with you, then check out our Studio77 shows. We do podcasts and live streams as well. And like I said, we talk to a range of creative professionals about their journey and the work that they do. And if you are a creative professional and would like to share your story, then get in touch with us. We'd love to have you and delve into your story. So you can email us at studio77@mayamada.com.
Yeah. So whether you're into comics, video games, or creative professional development, here's what you have to look forward to from the mayamada universe.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. So I was like waiting for the pause. I'm gonna pretend I didn't just say what I just said, and I seamlessly picked up from your layup. So for people who have been following us, will know we have a comic, so always worth reminding. Our comic is out, Origins Against All Odds, which features Tazzy in the My Matter universe. But what I also want people to know is that we did a launch event in March, and in that event, we had a really cool, insightful roundtable that Tazzy moderated with other creative professionals for Women's History Month, and the video of that roundtable is now on YouTube. So after you click on the video, to educate yourself, click on another one to educate yourself about the creative journey. So that was a real good discussion with Tazzy. We had Shazleen Khan, comic creator. We had Janelle McCurdy, author, and Miyuki Panda, content creator and business owner as well. So yeah, check that out on YouTube. We'll put a link to it somewhere in this window.
Yeah. So we also have our Studio77 digital platform where we host different shows with creative professionals and play games for your amusement. And each month there is casual conversations with comic creators where Nigel talks with a comic creator about the craft of making comics. And we're discovering the human behind the art in the next episode, which will be episode 38 with Rachel Smith on July 2nd, and that will be from 7:30 p.m. And then it'll be on VOD for 14 days after that. We also like to play games. So the next games night will be Ravel Marvels? I nearly didn't even catch it as well. That's the funny thing.
It sounded like something, but
Yeah, it was like, yeah, Marvels.
Why say two words when you could say one?
Yeah. Yeah. So next games night will be Marvel, right?
No, that was right.
That was right.
That was. Why did it sound wrong though?
Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Next games night will be Marvel Rivals, and we are yet to decide on a date. But we'll be playing. I've just said that.
Yeah.
Just said that we're playing Marvel Rivals. But yeah, we'll find a date for that, and then it'll be 7 p.m. But it'll be us playing with our Studio77 members live on Twitch. But you can check out some of the past games night highlights over on YouTube. And the Do I Look Like a Gamer campaign, our campaign to promote diversity and inclusion in the video game industry, as well as showcase pathways into games for young and aspiring talent. It's now a yearly initiative, which means we've got a new snapshot of 40 players and makers, and we are showcasing the representation that exists as a way to inspire future generations of diverse talent, which also means a schedule of new events as well, and activities. So we've just been at MCM Comic Con, which was great. Was a lot of fun, and we had a lot of people asking questions and making content around the photos of the 40 players of makers, which is great. So yeah, that was a great event, and it was great seeing you if you were one of the people that we saw there. Thank you so much for stopping by. But we'll also be we've got the BAFTA Young Game Design Showcase weekend on June the 28th and 29th at BAFTA Piccadilly. So we're showcasing the Do I Look Like a Gamer campaign on the Sunday, and also on stage talking about the campaign. And as we were talking about earlier about going out and making games, that is a great one to definitely
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to and get involved in. Um, and then we've had to push back some of the event schedule. So we'll be looking for summer onwards. So stay tuned on the socials and newsletter for the exact details and once we've confirmed them. But we've got the Games Industry Explained, Risk and Reward that will be coming, and our Cupcake and Gamepad social, as well as our friends and family game design jam. So keep a lookout for the full details on those. They are still coming, just a little bit later on in the year, than we usually do. But so if you're a young aspiring creative professional or you know one, then you can check out the Showrunners Work Experience Program. So we're making opportunities for young people aged 16 and up to work with my mayamada across comics, video games, and content creation. So we have just had with us the Showrunners event and media training with Wolf and Forest. And they have done amazing. We've planned 3 events, but executed
Yeah,
2 of
shifting.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Planned 3, executed 2 events. And they were big help during Comic Con. Like I'm actually blown away by the level uh that this was at. And maybe that's because we had this was like quite different from what we
We set
usually
them up.
do.
We got them
Yeah.
not set up as in actually set them up for.
Yeah. This is different from the standard showrunner. So we have like different like levels of the showrunners. And this was slightly different from the usual ones, which is we have like 3-month cohorts where you work alongside us for 3 months. This was specifically for events and media. So we had a couple of days. Actually, how many days in total training was
Three
it?
days, 3 days of training, and then some set up days for events, and then the events themselves.
Yeah. Which was great. It was great to have that like sort of closer to classroom style learning. Um, Not completely, but closer to.
So yeah.
And we had some experts come in and talk about their experience and their knowledge, as well as like some specific training around how my mayamada do events and media. And then yeah, planning days with lots of their ideas being contributed to the final results. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
they did really well. Did
they
really
did
well.
really well,
Yeah.
really well.
Oh, did we lose Tassie? Huh. That's weird. We lost Tassie. All right, we're gonna see if we can get Tassie back somehow. Stick with us. We're back. We don't know what happened, but everyone left.
And now we have returned.
Yeah.
What was I saying? They done a great job.
Yeah. Did a good,
Yeah.
really good job.
Really did a good job. Massive help
Yeah.
at Comic Con. My highlight is definitely the help with the quiz show. Like planning, massive help when planning that. It was great just to have like a lot of the input, and then designing the signs that we had. Oh my God, even just coming up with the signs that we should have was so good. So much ideas. They designed them, then made them at Comic Con. We also like some of the like content captured from that as well, like specifically the quiz show, but also across the event as well. Like splendid, absolutely blown away. But then also we do have a showrunner on the cohort as well at the moment. That seems to be doing some great stuff.
Yeah, and then we also had someone parachuted in for just for the event. Everyone, did a really good job because they all did they did well. Even if they came in for like the day, very helpful for me doing the workshop as well. Yeah, there's a lot of young talent out there. It's about how do we find it and
foster it. Like the level of enthusiasm is high. Like, and I think what the feedback that I've got from them talking to me is like it's giving them the space to learn and grow. And then you get quality back. If you put quality in, you get quality back. So giving them the time and space and effort, and they all will reciprocate in kind. So if you're interested in getting involved or you want to know more, you can head to mayamada.com/showrunners, or you can email us showrunners@mayamada.com to find out more.
And you can become a Studio77 member today to support the work that we do here at mayamada, including all that work experience showrunners projects. Get involved in the online and in-person events and activities that are happening all year round in the mayamada universe.
Yeah. Each month we like to get your thoughts on the games industry and wider culture. We've got the results from last month's poll where we were asking you if you'll be getting the Switch 2 on launch. And we had 0 for happy with my original Switch for now. Interesting. Planning on queuing on the day, also 0. And already pre-ordered and counting down the days, also 0. So 33% is waiting for a specific game before buying, and 67% will get it eventually, but no rush. So
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would I would have it if I could, but I'm gonna have to do the no rush thing.
Yeah. Do you know what mine was like? Not quite waiting for a specific game, waiting for a specific version of it. Like I want a special edition. So I guess it kind of falls into the specific game category, right? But I'm more towards happy with my original Switch for now. Right now. Okay. Because for some reason, since the Switch 2 got announced, I've been like really into my Switch. Actually a bit before then, to be fair. I've been really into playing games on my Switch. But also because of some of the stuff of the Switch 2 that's like very off-putting.
Yeah. So I mean, what? Because we do have a video game roundtable episode coming up. I imagine we're going to talk a lot about summer games and the Nintendo Switch 2. But what is your concern with that?
Big concerns are the lack of like ownership. So the cartridges that don't have any games on them, and they're just a digital license, which bugged me already. Because everyone's like, everyone has internet. No, not everyone has internet, and not all the time, and not enough to download a like 40-gigabyte game. Like, that's a luxury. It's still a luxury unless internet comes free. That's a luxury.
Yeah, fair.
And the fact that recently I found out that you can't even the it's then locked to your device. You can't even like put it in another device and use it.
That I did
Which,
not know.
yeah, so that was like the
Wait, so
really
you can't
buried
put
it for me.
a physical cartridge in another?
Because it's not got an actual game on it. It's just a license.
Oh, that's not good.
And now that they're tying it
Oh,
to the
oh,
con
damn.
the, which to me that's an issue. That's a
That
big
is an
issue.
issue. That is a big issue.
That's
'Cause
anti everything that
yeah.
I thought Nintendo standard for.
Mm,
Like it being a family console, that's a big issue. Games are expensive. Nintendo games are expensive. They
expensive.
always have been. So if a family has like two copies that was planning on getting one copy of I don't know, the Pokemon game, whatever Pokemon game's getting launched, right? Which is a single player experience. And they were like, oh, that's good. I can get one copy and my two kids can share it. Or three kids. Maybe this family has three kids, actually. And mum also enjoys Pokemon.
yeah.
Before it would have been like, we can just get the one cartridge and then don't have to use it all at the same time. Because, money's tight, this economy, right? Now that is not the case. No, you would have to have the things. And I don't even know. I need to clarify. One thing that I'd want to find out is if that is per account as well. If it's locked to an account on the Switch as well. If that would, maybe that's not, I don't know if that's a thing, but if that's it, then that's even worse. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully you can just have it locked to one device. And at least then you can just share the device. But yeah, that really doesn't sit right with me. And then if you modify your Switch 2 in any way, they will brick it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, so
that's not cool. That's really not cool. Like, because people have modified like 3DS's, the first Switch, and some of those modifications are like so that we can stream or like even for me, it becomes like an accessibility need. Is that like sometimes the accessibility features that are available default like by Nintendo or even like licensed first party aren't good enough, and so then people have to modify because they need accessible for their needs. So
there's a balance, right?
Yeah, so that really bugs me. Like, if I have bought this physical device that costs so much money and is in my possession, I can do what I want with
That's
it.
actually mad.
You're pushing people towards owning PCs, where you can modify them as much as you want.
I feel that's actually disappointing. The whole thing, but especially that first bit because I didn't know that. I feel we're gonna get into this age where I think we're gonna talk about it on the podcast in more depth and with other guests as well. But we're in that age where I think I've said on the podcast that sometimes people complain for no reason. But sometimes you have to complain about things to let companies like know like what legitimately people aren't happy with. So I feel we're entering that phase where maybe some justified complaining and just letting people know like things that don't. I feel like in this economy, it's just going to be like the default, like add that onto in this economy. So
in this economy,
so it is really
economy, but specifically
in this one, yeah. So it is like exciting to see because Nintendo make good games, really good games, some of the best games, and we like to see that console, but also we are about like diversity and inclusion and getting people in and making sure that people can get in and enjoy it. So I think this will be just for all of the main sort of platform holders because they have the most power, those three, and just seeing how we do this relationship. We had a discussion at Comic-Con about like community and the future of community in games. I think some healthy pushback will need to be part of it. So physical cartridge and no games. Ooh. That's tough.
No, that doesn't go to, like it's I feel like that's so like the cartridges are so much Nintendo, and then they go into a whole like game preservation thing, which is a whole other.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, the Nintendo Switch looks great. But
It looks
those two
great. Yeah.
things
It looks
are such big things that
things.
it's
Yeah.
given me such a disappointment that I'm
Mm.
like, no, the Switch 2 is great
Mm.
because it has these fundamental things that even if it is a bit on the archaic side now, um, I can just pop in my game and play it.
Mm.
And like I said, I'm happy
It's a
to go
special
back.
feature.
Yeah, especially I've even been playing my Game Boy recently because of that feature. I feel like, yeah, we're losing the magic of games by making them so hard to play.
Yeah.
You're driving us into
TikTok.
yeah,
That's what you're driving people to.
like it is because you're not competing against other games anymore. And I think
No.
Alana Pierce
Yeah.
done a really good job at explaining this in her video and a lot of stuff she's put out recently. It says it's a competition for attention, not a competition for games. And the thing that is winning attention is the thing that's easier to get to. And that's like TikTok or Instagram or any other social media video platform where it's in your hand, you just open it up, and there is, even if it's like the fast food version of entertainment, it's there and it's ready
there.
and available. And then the gaming is becoming so hard to get to. It is getting easier to pick up a book and read.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad thing, but yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
But like, yeah, and people aren't going to do that. They're going to pick up TikTok.
No.
Unless they have no internet connection, then maybe they'll pick up a book.
No, they'll do the save TikTok videos for offline.
Oh yeah, no, there's a new feature. But you can just save 50, it will automatically save 50 videos. There's an offline mode. It will save 50 TikTok videos when you're online. So if you don't have a connection, you can continue to scroll TikTok.
They got you.
No, whoever ventured that needs to be locked up. I'm sorry. That's a crime against humanity. As if people need any more TikTok. If it is offline, just don't use it.
Take it as a sign.
Wild. Anyway, yeah, back to gaming. TikTok has its place, but oh gosh. Back to gaming. Yeah, I want gaming to do better. Be better, gaming. Be better. Nintendo, I expected so much more from you.
I'm looking forward to delving into this because I have lots of thoughts. I have lots more thoughts.
I am really appreciating the Joy-Cons though.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the features that I said was a highlight for me anyway, is the new Joy-Cons.
You did.
And seeing them in action, like from what people have been posting so far, I'm like, yeah, the new Joy-Cons are doing the thing that I thought they would do.
No, it's good, and I've seen a lot of people happy that they've got one, because we know there are some people that we do know that have got one. So we'll be doing some journalism and getting first-hand sources and accounts of it before we eventually at some point get our own.
Yeah, and hopefully they would have changed some stuff. The one thing I need to ask though is if you can switch the Switch off completely while it's docked. I need to ask her. Switch to owner.
Yeah. I know that was one of your things.
Yeah, because I think that's really annoying. Because sometimes I'll have my Switch docked to charge it, and then I won't use it, and then I'll switch off the plug because I'm like, doesn't need to be on, and I forget that means the Switch is just on, and then it dies, and then I go to pick it up because I'm like, I left it on charge, and then I'm like, oh no, but didn't turn it off after. Yeah, or even just a quicker way to turn it off.
Yeah. Power saving.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'd love to hear from anyone who owns a Switch 2 right now. Can you switch it off docked, completely off? Yeah. We're not gonna get into a poll this month. we're gonna return with a new poll in July.
Mm.
So that is the next month after June.
Yeah, second half of the year. That's it.
No, I refuse. Who has Bernard's watch? Can I borrow it?
It's unrelenting, Tazzy. It never stops.
I wish I was like 10 again.
Mm. Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. It's a good age. 10-year-olds don't know how good they got it, but
Great. You don't have to worry about anything at 10. But you're aware enough to like play games. You can play games at 10.
Games, toys.
Oh my god, 10 is a brilliant age. I realize how good 10 is.
Yeah, no, for real.
Wait, maybe 13 actually. No, 13 is not good at 10.
It's a bit,
yeah. Stick with 10.
Stick with 10. Yeah. Sorry, 13-year-olds, but yeah. You know what we mean.
Play games all day.
Yeah. So that kind of does it, actually. So that does it for this edition of the Studio77 report, with some acknowledgement of the Switch 2 launch, even though we don't have one yet, but we will. But well done to all those who managed to get theirs. We'll be back next month, but in the meantime, make sure you follow us on our Twitch and YouTube channels, but also join our Discord as well. Chat with us there. Subscribe, do all the liking, hit the notification bell. I think that's what people say. Make sure you don't miss another video. Check out our other videos as well, and definitely listen to the Story X Story podcast. Got a video game roundtable coming up, and I think there's going to be a lot of discussion about just everything happening in the video games industry, good and bad as well. So we'll dive into that with some great guests as well. But for now, that's all from us. So we will see you again next month. Take care, everyone. And we're still here live, but
We're still alive.
Yeah.
Paladin says that 10 wasn't a great age for me. I'll take 5.
5's not bad. Yeah.
5's not bad. I think for me, 5, not enough awareness and not enough agency.
I get that.
Like, you're still just at the whim of your parents at 5.
Yeah. If you can still be easily picked up, you're not.
I mean, that's some people at 30 as well that have not been vertically blessed.
Yeah. All right, with one hand, and if you can be
okay, one hand,
just grab that with one hand.
Yeah.
You're
maybe
not quite
for
there
5
yet.
that the pros clearly outweigh the cons for Paladin at 5, so that's valid.
That's fair.
But yeah, I think for me, I just need that bit more agency. And comprehension, because I was not playing games well at 5. I mean, not that much more well at 10, but I mean, at least I completed Spyro.
Okay, that's good. Ooh,
Women's and parents.
I doubt I completed any games at 10. I don't know if I did attention span.
I completed Spyro.
Okay.
That's at least one game that I definitely completed. And Pokemon Crystal. I completed Pokemon. I completed did I complete all the Pokemon games at that age that I'd had access to? I definitely completed Pokemon Crystal.
Okay. I don't even think I completed the Pokemon games. And I was older, so I just terrible attention. But
I don't think I completed any Zelda games. No,
definitely
I might have.
Definitely didn't. I'm terrible at completing games. That's why I'm.
No, I don't think I even played any Zelda games. Wait, when did the GameCube come out?
Ooh. I was going to say 2003, but maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna
maybe earlier.
Because that was my introduction to Zelda. To be fair, 2001, and God.
Or in Japan in 2002 in where we are.
2002 sounds about right.
Not too far.
And then I would have been, I would have been 10 when I got a GameCube. 9, 10 when I got a GameCube. Okay, at 10 I wouldn't have finished Zelda yet. Wow. What other games? I was deep into Neopets at
I remember you
10,
saying.
which is not completable. So, do you know what I was doing at 10? 10 was a good age. I was learning how to use HTML.
Oh, 10.
Yeah. And Photoshop.
There we
That
go.
was a good age.
Skills
I literally
development.
just played games, like photoshopped and learned HTML. And if I'd continued doing that, I would be really rich right now. And then school got in the way. Gosh.
Oh man. Yeah. Golden age of programming before AI takes it over. But,
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so
yeah.
wild to think of. First game I completed was technically Sonic 2, but I only controlled Tails while my brother was Sonic. Did finish Sonic 3D Blast, that's fair. Trying to think what. I never finished a Sonic game, even with my sister.
I think
Definitely
some
did.
games are finished.
I had like Sega Mega Drive. We had like Lion King game on there. Definitely didn't finish that.
I vaguely remember that.
What else did we have on the Mega Drive? I played a lot of FIFA or whatever it was called. Was it? Yeah, I think it was FIFA.
Yeah, I
FIFA
think it was
like
something else before, but that was very early.
yeah, I think
And
I
it's
had
just
like
been FIFA.
FIFA 2001 on the Sega Mega Drive.
Oh yeah,
No,
no,
wait, that would
that's
be
FIFA. Yeah.
no FIFA 90 something.
FIFA
95.
98 was
98. Yeah,
was the one.
might have been 98. And then 01 on the PS1,
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
FIFA 98 is like peak FIFA.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Now, like, what games did I complete? Oh, now I'm having like a flashback. I remember having like Barbie horse riding game on the PS1. That was amazing.
Okay.
It was actually a really good game. Wait, yeah, because the PS1,
Take your word for it.
I had a PS1 before. Well, I didn't. We had a PS1 before I had a GameCube.
Right.
Yeah, because that was 1990. Wow. PS1 came out in 1994.
Yeah, yeah.
In Europe, 1995. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an old console. It's an old console.
In my head, it came out while I was like a child, not a baby. But it came out when I was a baby.
It is, yeah.
Like actual baby. How young did I play Resident Evil then? Oh gosh, no wonder it traumatized me.
It all makes sense now. Putting those
No.
pieces together.
And no wonder I'm obsessed with vampires if I played Blade so early. I think it was Blade 3?
Mm.
Oh no, might have been 2. I don't think
I've
it
had
was
us
1.
just they're just all falling into place now. It's like,
Yeah, I'm just like having a moment here, a video game moment. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there's some games on the GameCube that I still have never completed or even played. Like Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy.
oh, that's a classic. I mean, all the
But I think
but
that's on the
Wii.
is Galaxy Wii?
Yeah. And that's yeah, because there are two Galaxy games, right? Were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might have been on that crossover where
I played it on the Wii, definitely.
yeah, where it did
Was it
come
like a
out on
GameCube thing?
GameCube as well.
Right.
There's a few games that are like that. They came out on the
Yeah.
Wii. Like the Wii is their release console, but they actually came out on the GameCube as well. But then they're
Yeah,
really
yeah.
rare on the GameCube
Cube.
because that's like Legend of Zelda.
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess, yeah,
Fantastic game.
actually also came out on the GameCube.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Because I played that on the Wii as well.
Yeah. Oh,
That was great.
Anyway, oh my god, it was such a good game.
I need to finish this one. I need to finish the previous one and then get to new one. I need to play a lot more. I need that. I need that game day.
I need to finish Skyward Sword on the Switch. I need to finish. To be fair, I'm getting through the one where you actually play Zelda.
Echoes
of Wisdom.
Wisdom.
So I am playing that. That's one of the main games I'm playing on my Switch at the moment. And then I actually need to play Tears of the Kingdom because I did start it and it just got ruined from me so much. I think I'm just going to start it again. But I need to finish the existing Zelda games that I'm playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I am also playing Majora's Mask on the 3DS because that is a Zelda game I have never completed.
I haven't completed that.
I've got halfway at most.
Okay. A lot of I definitely need that game day. Oh, also I'm gonna check in with our showrunner. Let me do that, and then we'll talk more games. Roundtable end of the month. Lots of things to go through, so check us out there. But
yeah, I should go book a doctor's appointment and make food.
Oh yeah, you need to cool. All right, so we're gonna end the stream for medical reasons, primarily. But thank you all for watching. Thank you, Paladin, for sticking with us as ever. Very much appreciate that. But yeah, we'll be back at some point. I think games night. But yeah, roundtable. Catch that because I'm looking forward to that. I got a lot of things to say. But yeah, that's it for now. Catch you next time. I don't know how to end these streams, but we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.